Hey, from Texas, this is Lindy Fulford with Striking Splendor. And today I'm going to continue my series on what color are you? This is a great way to figure out what your personality is, as well as what your spouse's personality is, or even your coworkers. Because if you can figure out what color they are, you will be better able to relate to them. And you'll kind of get a better understanding of why they do the things that they do, or say the things that they say, or react the way that they react. So today we're going to talk about the color red, which is my color. I have always been a red. When I worked at Dell, the very first test I ever took, I was 100% red. There was no wiggle room at all. And I have luckily changed a little bit, but to the core, I am definitely a red. And what does a red mean? Reds thrive on power. We are very aggressive when it comes to leadership. We like to move up the ladder, and we do whatever it takes to get there. As in, sometimes we work a lot of extra hours. An example I'll give you is when I was working at Dell, there was a time that I was working all the time. So much so that my daughter came into the room one day and told me she hated coming home. Yes. I asked her why. She said it's because all you ever do is work. And I didn't realize this. I like to work. I like to move up the ladder. I like to be very productive and efficient and get things done. And while I was spending time with the family, I didn't realize that all those moments that I wasn't and I was working on work, my family noticed. And it wasn't until years later when my husband and I went through marriage counseling that he kind of told me the same thing. It wasn't something that came out when it was happening, but when we were trying to work through our problems and figure out why the heck are we here, that was definitely one of the things that came out was I work too much. Which is not always a bad thing. I mean, it got me where I was. But some really healthy traits of reds are very confident, very proactive, we're very assertive, we are very determined. Again, we're leaders. We tend to be leaders, and we're focused, especially on productivity and efficiency. I like to get things done, and I like to get them done as quickly as I can, but still do good work. Now, here are some of the dysfunctional traits, as they call them, of a red. We tend to be disorganized. We tend to be a little self-centered. We tend to interrupt people a lot. Yes. We also tend to be vain, impulsive, and judgmental. Now, the good thing about this is that while those are our core traits and those are what our personalities are built off of, the more you know, the more you can change. Does it change who you are? No, but it can make it easier when you're working with other people of different colors, whether they're red or blue or yellow, or maybe you're working with another red, which sometimes can cause to some clashing. It helps you to better understand where they're coming from. So just because you're a red, if you're interrupting, you can better understand that that's just kind of part of their innate behavior. And so it's good to take this color test, especially in your marriage. If you are struggling in your marriage, take the color test. I promise you it will help you. You will learn so much about your spouse and how they react. This test is crazy, wicked, scary, like on point. And it gives you tips on how to make changes for the better. So that way you can both start to communicate better and understand where each other is coming from and the reasons that sometimes we make the decisions that we make. And sometimes we just have to have those pointed out to us. Like I said, when I was working so much and it was never pointed out to me, I thought I was just doing what I needed to do because I needed to bring home a paycheck. Little did I know I was doing it over the top. And once it was brought to my attention, I made sure that I went to my boss, look, I'm not working these crazy hours anymore, just FYI. And if I decided I wanted to work late on work, I just make sure everybody's in bed and I get it done while everybody's sleeping. Of course, I'm a night owl, so that is part of the reason why I can do that. So I hope you found this really valuable. Like I said, please go take the color code test. www.colorcode.com. It's great information. And tomorrow, we're going to be going over one of the other colors, blue, white, or a yellow. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to get my family to make sure that they take the color code test. And so maybe I can have a guest host with me tomorrow. All right, you guys, I hope you'll have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the other side.